Imagine what it is to get a phone call and be told that it is your father, James Van Brun, who is accused of opening fire inside the Holocaust Museum last week, a shooting that took the life of a security guard. You are going to hear from that son in just a moment. Van Brun himself, of course, was shot in the face when security guards returned his fire. And this morning we are learning that the man behind the hate crime is expected to survive. A crime rooted in hate. 88-year-old James Van Brun entered the Holocaust Museum, opening deadly fire at Stephen John's, the security guard who had let him in.
People started yelling, "Hit the floor, hit the floor." So my wife and two grandsons and I hit the floor, and we were scared to death.
Van Brun raised his weapon again, but two guards fired back, shooting Van Brun in the face. Inside the shooter's car, a note detailing his hatred of Jews, President Obama. He wrote, Obama was created by the Jews. Obama does what his Jew owners tell him what to do. On his website, more racist vitriol. He wrote, we are witnessing the calculated destruction of the white race. America is a third world racial garbage dump, stupid, ignorant, dead broke, and terminal. The website also revealed some of Van Brun's ostensibly normal life, a varsity football player in college, serving in the Navy in World War II, working in advertising. He was a painter. He was divorced twice, had two sons. Today, Van Brun's alleged crime has left an 11-year-old boy without a father, missing the man he simply adored.
He was a loving father, and he was also my hero.
And at the time of the shooting, Eric Van Brun, the son, and his fiancée had taken in his father to live with them because he had no place to live. And Eric Van Brun joined us for his first television interview this morning, a GMA exclusive. Mr. Van Brun, thank you for coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I can see from your face it's hard.
Yes, it's been a rough week.
I want to start with this little boy and the fact that you said you wish it had been your father who had died and not his.
The wrong man died that day, yes.
Hard thing for a son to say?
It's extremely difficult. I love my father, but what he did was unforgivable.
A lot of people hear you say, I loved my father, and they're trying to imagine loving a father who could say these things, think these things, write these things. Mm-hmm. You heard them. You heard them all the time?
I lived with them, yes.
Did you at any point say, this is not just venom that he's talking. This is dangerous?
No, I never once believed that he could have done anything like this. I never believed that it was more than just talk.
Your fiancée lived with him too?
Correct, yes.
How did she deal with this?
Very gracefully. She's a saint. Again, it was, having somebody utterly consumed by those kind of beliefs and ideologies is obviously difficult to live with.
Did you ever figure out why? I mean, this is a man who had a career, who was Mensa, one of the really smart ones. Did you ever figure out why and how he got there?
No, I think after World War II, he became jaded. I know he received a lot of reverse discrimination because of his name.
German name?
Yes. I think that may have contributed to it. But, I can't speak for why he believed these things.
And again, to people who think that they couldn't live around this, listening to this, what do you say to them?
Well, I understand how they couldn't. It was very difficult for us, obviously. The only bond we had was father and son. We didn't like each other very much.
We know, according to you, that he spent a lot of time at the computer, a lot of time alone in the room. You have any sense at all that other groups were involved in this?
There were no other groups.
This was just him?
This was just him.
How do you know?
There's obviously a desire to kind of explain why this happened, to try and label it as part of these, maybe he was part of a group, or he dealt with an organization, and that just wasn't it. He frequently condemned them. You know, he spoke out against the KKK and the NA and groups like this. He wasn't involved in them, and it's important. I think that there's this, I'm assuming that there's some sort of desire by them to label him a hero, to believe what he did was brave, and it's not. It was a complete act of cowardice, what he did. To force his beliefs on anybody, you know, to remove free will from their lives is wrong, and it's not something to be commended. It was a cop-out, what he did.
Was he sick? Mad? Insane?
No. Not at all.
Just twisted by hate?
Yeah, twisted by hate. Like I said, it consumed him. It prevented him from doing anything normal. You know, there was no normal conversation. Everything ended with this ideology, and it ate him up.
I've heard that he is going to survive this. Are you going to go to see him?
No. No. My father died the day he walked into that museum.
He is dead to you?
Yes.
If he tries to reach you, what will you do?
He won't.
Before I let you go, there is someone who actually had a message for you. And she's the mother of the security guard who was shot. And it's a surprising message from her. But it is a message about generosity. I'd love your reaction.
I hope that in time his son will be able to forgive his dad and find some peace within his heart also.
It's a beautiful statement. I hope I can too, but forgiveness is very difficult right now.
Think it will ever happen?
No. No, I don't.
Again, thank you so much.
You're welcome.